the return of special effects. You like that? That was my fog machine, man. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man TiVo. Welcome to Lords of the Long Box, chilling with you on a nice, really chill Saturday afternoon. I got a few hours while the ladies got doing her thing before we go out tonight. So I thought, hey man, I got like a stack of just books like all over the place. I really need to get off my ass and actually show these off. eBay sales, Instagram sales, at least 3 auctions. Man, it is dusty up here. So let's get right to it, boys and girls. I'm gonna show these off. I got these a while ago, man. I really need to start showing these off. I got this on my LCS a while ago. This is Milk and Cheese #1. I think it's the first printing, man. There's so many printings of these, but I'm pretty sure this is the first printing from Slave Labor Comics. #1 issue. Got it for a good price. It's not, 9.8, but it's pretty good VF condition, man. So these are hard to find in the wild anyway. So for the kids don't know, this was back in the days of indie comics in like the 90s. Next up, I want to show some books that I got just for the hell of it, man. So this is, remember they were going to make a Battle of the Planets movie, and everybody was going after that old like Silver Age or Bronze Age book. Well, I like to flip the script a little bit in my collecting, and I'm a huge fan of Michael Turner. So I went out and got the Michael Turner version of this from Top Cow that came out in like the, I want to say the late 80s, early 90s. This is absolutely gorgeous, man. Michael Turner, goodness. Rest in peace, Michael Turner. If you watched last week's show, you saw that we reported on that they're trying to make a Turnerverse. I also picked this up from my LCS. This is the variant edition of Ghost Spider. I know this variant was pretty hot at 1 minute. So like I just kept it. I didn't flip it. I have some other ones that I'm flipping as we speak. I got this one a long time ago and I never showed it, man. Shout out to my man Cholula. I'm from the Bay Area. He sent this to me. This is a Cape and Cowl variant of Wakanda. You got Black Panther, Storm. And what is that? Welcome to Oaktown, baby. Love it. I'm keeping this in a personal collection because it was a A-OK from my man Cholula, man, and he hooked the brother up because we're both from the Bay. We both love the Oakland A's, so thanks, brother. Next up is some books that I got from my man King of the Golden State in an auction. This is how long ago this was, man. This was the NY Warriors auction. If you haven't checked out the NY Warriors, they got an auction every I think Tuesday they got an auction, and I got these from him hell a long time ago, man. I feel kind of bad that I'm just barely showing them now, but I got the Thor series, and here's part of it. I'm trying to find the other half. I bought all of them actually. So this is Thor 5. This is Thor 6, Thor 7. Thor 8, of course, this is the series. This is, of course, the ASM 301 homage. And this is a gorgeous variant of Thor God of Thunder. This is the Jason Aaron run. This is number 25. Sorry, James, I never got around to showing those. And he also threw these in because he knows I've been speccing this. This is my second copy. This is the first appearance of Grimjack, also rumored to be in development. I got 2 copies, and he threw this in, whatever the hell this is. I just like barbarian space bitches, so I decided to pick it up, man. This is Warp Comics, number 5. Thanks, James. I feel awful because I'm pretty sure the rest of those Thor issues are around here somewhere, man. I am so disorganized, man. Back in the day, I used to kill it at doing comic haul videos, man, but now I'm just scatterbrained and all over the place. Let me see. I already showed these off, right? I am really struggling here, guys, to do a comic haul video. I am really out of shape here. Out of shape when it comes to showing books. All right. Shout out to my man Otto for Negrado. I got these from him in an auction as well. And what was cool about it is we both collect vinyl. And he threw in a 45-inch of Ready for the World, Oh Sheila. If you don't know who that is, Google it. It was an 80s band. And they had some really, really awesome Jerry curls, man. That was just the thing back then, boys and girls. So I picked up, Otto was selling this. This is, of course, is the Kraven's Last Hunt 6-issue series. I already have all 6 of them, but, you know, I'm doubling up on them because I think Kraven's Last Hunt is going to be coming eventually down the road. So this is part 1, Web of Spider-Man number 31. Part 2, Amazing Spider-Man number 293. Part 3 is Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man number 131. Part 5, as you can, I'm missing part 4, as you can see. Amazing Spider-Man 294, and the conclusion in Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man 132. If you haven't read the story, I won't spoil it for you, but basically Kraven, if you can see my kills Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and he takes over Spider-Man's role because he wants to be a hero and he wants to show how it's done. So it kind of goes off of that. It's a really good read, man. One of the better stories ever. Let me get to these because these are pretty cool. And people have been asking me about this for our next collector series about collecting foreign comics. And this happens to be, my man, the Big To Do was at New York City, or excuse me, Baltimore Comic-Con. And he's a good friend of mine. He's the owner of Comic Tunes and Toys in Tustin. He knows my collecting habits and what I love. And so he sent me a text while I was at Baltimore, says, hey, you want these? And I was like, well, shit, yeah, I do. And so he saw them and he knew that I would love them. So this is a French version of Doctor Strange with the cover by Frank Brunner, La Rue du Destin, format double en français, Doctor Strange. I don't know what this means, man. I know it's 75 cents. I don't know if that's issue 21 and 22 or not, but that's still pretty cool, man. Heritage edition. So this is a French version. That's the Doctor Strange and the In-Betweener. Look at that. That's dope. This is Maître de Kung Fu, Le Cult de la Mort. That's the Cult of Death. Right there. I'm very basic in French and Spanish, so I can pick up some things, man. So I do know La Mort is death, La Cult, so the Cult of Death. This is absolutely awesome, man. One more. Look at that. Take it out so you don't see that. This is another one. This one is in Spanish. Yeah, okay. Good. Macdivision Historietas. Edición Quincenio, that's a number, and I should be able to read it. This is from December 27th, 1974. Master of Kung Fu. Look at that. Awesome, right? Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is part of that side collecting stuff I like to talk about all the time on the collector series. And we're going to be doing another collector series this Wednesday, man. So those are always talking about we're specking and talking about stuff. Well, we're going to drop some news on you. Okay, next up is another auction one I got from my boy. This was from a New York Warriors auction. I keep on saying that because, yo, they have some of the best auctions on YouTube. At this particular auction, my man, the Doom 143 from Hawaii, aloha brother, I bought these from him. And if you don't know Doom 143, make sure you sub up his YouTube channel. He always spits fire. And when I say that, that means he shows dope comics, man. And when he sells comics on YouTube auctions, he always kills it too. So I picked up some of these from him. This is the first appearance of Darkhawk in a preview. That's Marvel Age number 97. So if you already have Darkhawk number 1, go on and get you that, man. This is the first appearance of the Captain in the USA Agent costume. This is Captain America 337. Another spec book. Pretty much all spec books, to be honest with you. First appearance of Cassandra Cain, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, number 120. I got all these are from the Doom, by the way. First appearance of Dr. Fry. I was gonna say Fire. Dr. Fry. This is a hot book, of course. Immortal Hulk number 2. I'm the only person in the world that doesn't have a copy. Now I do. This is the origin of first appearance of the Huntress. Huntress number 1. Look at that. I love this cover. I don't have one. Now I have one. First appearance of Monica Rambeau as Photon. This is a fucking weird ass book. I bet you hardly any of you have this. If you don't know, Monica Rambeau is the young girl that's in Captain Marvel. She ends up being Captain Marvel in the comics, then in Photon, and right now her name is Spectrum. So this is her first appearance here as a character known as Photon. This is the first appearance of Lady Taskmaster. Yes, Deadpool number 5. It's got some issues on the spine, but you know, I got it for a killer deal. Your first appearance, so that's Deadpool number 5 from the Max series. Of course, this Dark Avengers number 1, self-explanatory. People have been talking about it ad nauseum. First appearance of Roy Harper as Arsenal. Look at that. So that's all part of one lot that I got from my man, the Doom 143. So make sure you check out the Doom 143, King of the Golden State, and the NY Warriors. You know what? I'm going to link all their channels in the video description below, man, because nowadays the proliferation of channels that just talk about spec and stuff, and I'm guilty of one of those. You know, sometimes it's good just to see comic book channels. And you know, I saw a couple of comments in the comments of the video we posted where people were like complaining that we don't talk about comic books. But for those who've been around with me since 2015, you know how I started this game. I started by showing comic books, and all my comic books were from my personal collection and things I went out and bought. So don't think of me as this new jack, okay? I've been in this for a minute, and I've been showing comic books and sharing comic books, and I've grown in this YouTube community. I may not be an OG, but I'm like a middle G when it comes to it. On Instagram, I'm an OG. I've been on that since 2012. But for those who say we don't talk about comic books, you're ignorant and just misinformed. I got this because I thought it was hilarious and cool. This is the new adult comic, Money Shot, and this is the homage to the FF comic. I'm trying to remember it right off the top of my head. I probably should have researched it first, but this is awesome. I would show you the cover, but it's a bit explicit. It's definitely for adults, but it's fun nonetheless. From Vault Comics, they're really doing some fun parody stuff right now. And look at this. I'm going to show you new comics now. Look at that, huh? I picked up Marauders number 1, the variant edition. I love this cover, by the way. It looks dope, man. Who did it? Is that, yeah, that's Philip Tan right there. Yep, that's Philip. I thought it looked familiar. That, of course, is Emma Frost on the cover. Or it could be Ice Lady. Who knows? They're always busting out new characters nowadays. Yes, I fell on the hype train for this. And I picked this up. Look, it's so new. I didn't even put it in a bag yet. God dang, I feel horrible. But here's how it is in my world of YouTube. I get comics and I put them aside because I was like, you know what? I'm eventually going to do a video. So why should I put them in the boxes, man? Just leave them out. These have been sitting around for like 2 months now. Some are newer, some are older. I'm not even going to be able to finish it because I'm already like 10 minutes into this video and I've already done like a third of them. So, hey, more content. Yay! For those who like comic videos. This is the Mary Jane variant for Captain Marvel number 11. I got 2 because why not? And I really like this one. This is Mark Brooks, is one of my favorite cover artists right now. Been for a while actually. This is Captain Marvel number 11, the Mark Brooks cover, and I just love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Don't even know why I bought this, but I thought it was a dope cover, so I got it. X-Men number 1. It's not even a wraparound cover, but I'm pretty sure it's a connecting cover. But I got this, I'm gonna have to sit down and read all the X-Men eventually because it's just getting out of control with what Hickman's doing. I mean, I love Hickman, but man, it's very wordy. So this is a Hickman book as well, and this is I never knew how to say his first name, but Leno Francis Yu. I got the Francis Yu part. That's easy. Let me show a couple of more. There's some big boy books. Kind of, maybe. All right, shoot. So I got this as well. This is the Captain Marvel Star variant. Remember that Star? She's still hot, by the way. I mean, the character's still blowing up. So I still got a bunch of these sitting around, but you know, maybe I'll keep it. You never know. To go along with this one that I got a while. I think I showed this, but you know what? It's so nice. I'm going to show it twice. Then I got this as well, which is Wolverine's daughter, which I think I already showed. I'm sorry, I suck. So if you've been watching the show, we've been specking on Star Wars books, man. I got these so long ago, I forgot to share them with you guys. This is Heir to the Empire, issue number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. This features the first appearance of Thrawn and Mara Jade, which we said both were going to be in development soon. So I got 2 copies. And to be honest with you, I actually got the entire run here. There you go. This is Heir to the Empire. I should have done it in order because this video is going to get thumbs down. So this is Heir to the Empire number 2. Tell me if there's any other first appearances in these. Number 3, 4, 5, and 6 because I'm a completist like that. So I got multiples of first issue and then the complete run. Oh, here's the other issue, the Michael Turner cover. This is a Battle of the Planets number 2, another Michael Turner cover. I knew I found it. I had it somewhere. And you know what? Before we get too far away, I'm going to show these 2 off. It's at 16 minutes. I think that's a little bit too long. I am going to have to continue this somewhere else, but because right now I picked these up in my man Nuclear Comics, 2 of them to add to my collection. I now have 5 of them. These are going to go to my man Rocket Comics. I'm going to get them pressed out, probably signed by Marv Wolfman, since Marv Wolfman is still doing his rounds. So I'm going to add these to the slab collection. For those who don't know, Rocket Comics is a sponsor of Lords of the Long Box. So I announced it last week. If you are interested in getting anything submitted to CGC, he's also a facilitator, meaning that if you need something signed at a show, he's going to all the shows next year. And we worked out a thing for sponsorship where if you just mention the Lord, say the Lords of the Long Box sent you, you'll get 20% off any one order for pressing. It could be 1 book or 20 books. It doesn't matter, but it's only for that one order. You can't submit like 3 or 4 different orders. This is, you get 20% off pressing costs. So if you submit 10 books, say it's $10 a book for pressing, get 20% off. It's only $80 for pressing, which is a great deal, man, because nowadays most people press everything and they have huge submissions. Rarely does somebody just submit like, 5 books nowadays. They wait till they get a whole stack. So hit up my man Rocket Comics. He's on Instagram. There's and on I'll put a link to his website as well. But the best way to get a hold of him is look up Rocket Comics Instagram, send him a private message, and he'll answer any questions you have. So tell him the Lord sent you, and he can tell you what kind of discount he can give you on your pressing. So for any one order, no limit on books. If you submit 1 book, you get 20% off pressing costs. If you submit 20 books, you still get 20% off 20 books pressing. And then he can do signature verification, or he could be a signature witness, So he'll go to a show. If you need a signature, he'll get it witnessed. He can press it and then submit it to CGC for you, man. All in one shop. That's what I love, man. That's it, boys and girls. Obviously, this is probably part 1 of a 3-part series because I still got a bunch of stuff and I don't want to really go longer than 20 minutes because people will lose attention. Probably you guys have already clicked away by now, but until next time, we will see you guys Wednesday for the next Collector Series episode. This is our 3rd show. We really enjoyed doing them, just talking about collecting comics and the hobby. Tell us what things you guys would like us to talk about next. I don't know if we're going to be doing a CW recap this Monday because I think Manimal is off. He had to be out of town or something, but we'll see if Justin or Nato or anybody else can step up, and we'll try to do it on Monday. But if not, we'll see you Wednesday for the Collector Series. So until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.